Hey guys, good morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time you are tuning into the channel today. Just want to say thank you to each and every one of you. Today we're a little bit of change of scenery. We decided to film outside today. It's still early in the morning, so we're sitting up here on our picnic table in our yard. It's not too hot yet, so we figured we'd take this time to enjoy the outside a little bit. And today we just wanted to hop on here, me and Hambone here.
Hey buddy.
We just wanted to hop on here. We're going to do a little video on my Spyderco knives that I currently have. I have one that I did on a trade recently. It hasn't made it here yet, but I assume it'll be here by about Monday. But we're just going to go over the ones that I do have. There's some from Japan, China, USA. Kind of just go over them and kind of compare. All of them are amazing knives. I'm completely happy with every one of my Spyderco knives, regardless of where it's come from. But that's what we're going to be doing today. A little quick spider infestation video. But I hope you guys enjoy it, and God bless. All right guys, so change of plans. Ended up having to move up here on the deck because the sun came out way too quick and way too hot. So we moved from the picnic table up onto the back deck, and so now we're just going to take a little time, go over the Spydercos that I have. And these over here are from China, these are from Japan, these are from the US, but make no mistake, they're all amazing, all of great quality. But we'll take a couple minutes, go over them, and I'll tell you a little about each one. So this first one here, this is by far probably the biggest Spyderco I have. This is the Spyderco Resilience, and it really is a beast. I probably carry this the least out of any of them, just because the overall size of the blade and the knife. The blade alone is just about 4¼ inches with a total overall length of about just under 9½ inches. So it is a long, beefy knife. It fits great in the hand. This would definitely be something that you might want to throw in a backpack or something like that if you're hiking or camping. It'd make a good camp knife, for cooking and things like that. It's a beautiful knife. This is a full flat grind. It's 8CR13 MOV. This is their modified clip point blade. As you can tell, it doesn't have that normal leaf shape common on a lot of the Spydercos. This is a lightweight, it's FRN handles. It has the liner lock because this is, I don't want to say lower end, but this is more of their budget line because it is made in China. So your steels aren't going to be as premium. You'll have more of the liner locks. The pocket clip is a 4-position reversible for tip up, tip down carry, left or right. But overall, it's a great knife. Comes in at about just under 4½ ounces. So not ungodly heavy. It's a large knife, and unless you have deeper pockets, it's just not the most comfortable carry for me. But I wanted this knife. It is the biggest of all of them that I have, and I think it would just make a great addition to my collection. So I picked it up. So again, this is the Resilience by Spyderco, and this is made in China. Moving on, this is the Spyderco Tenacious, and this one is as well, and we'll get into the differences on them in just a minute. As you can see, this has a combination edge. It's still a full flat grind. This blade in particular is their leaf pattern. As you can tell, compared to the Resilience, it has a little bit more width on the blade, and it has that more pronounced shape, more common in most of the leaf pattern blades from Spyderco. This one, as well as this one, are both 8CR13 MOV steel as well. Has the jipping on the back of the blade, so you can get a good grip on it. This is the FRN scales, just like on the Resilience. Liner lock as well. 4-position clip. The difference is this blade here is just below 3.5 inches. I think it's around 3.39 or something like that. The overall length on it is, I think, right around 7 3/4 inches, I think, is the overall length on this. The main difference between these two in weight is this one here weighs in at about 3.7 ounces, and the G10 weighs in at like 4.1 ounces. So other than that, I mean, there's not a whole lot of difference. The grinds are the same, blade shapes are the same. The only difference is the handle material. Still both liner locks, both made in China. This one comes in just a little bit lighter, but it's not so much of a difference that you can really tell that much. I mean, it's slight. You could slightly tell that this may be just a tad heavier, but both have the 4-point clip. This one I have set up. I have not changed out because I haven't carried this Tenacious as much, so it's still got the tip down on it, where this one is set for tip up carry, which is my preferred carry method. I have carried this one more as far as the majority of my knives. Up until recently, I carried my G10 Tenacious probably the most often, so it got worked a little bit more than some of the others. But again, all three are made in China. This here is the Spyderco Bug. This is a slip joint. It is a stainless steel handle material. It is 12C27 Sandvik steel on the blade, and the blade length on here is just over 1.25 inches long. It is a leaf-shaped blade. It has 2.9 inch overall, so it's not a big knife at all. It's more of like a keychain style knife. Comes in at like 0.3 ounces, so it's extremely small, but don't let it fool you. This thing is razor sharp. It's definitely my smallest Spyderco. I honestly don't even know where I picked this up. I think I might have got it at a flea market or something like that, for, you know, rather inexpensive. But again, these are the Chinese models. A lot of these you can find for less than $100. I mean, some of them, even like the resilient stuff, you know, you can usually find them for less than $70 on average. The Tenacious, I think I picked these up for around $60 each. I think the G10 cost me a little bit more when I bought it compared to the lightweight. I think this was upper 60s when I picked it up. This one, again, I think I picked up at a flea market or something like that. So I think I paid, you know, maybe $10 or $5 or something like that for this. It was fairly inexpensive. I know they cost a little bit more than that new. I think new these come in around $20 or so. So for great blades, usually under the $75 price range, the Chinese Spydercos are definitely a great EDC option. Very affordable. Their quality control is outstanding. As you can tell on the blade, you know, right down center. Always, everyone I've had come in contact with has smooth action. Even the cheaper ones, I mean, they're easier to sharpen. They've still got great edge retention. They're great working blades. That's not going to break the bank. This one, as you can tell, it's a little bit off, but this one I've kind of beat on, used a lot more than the others from China. But still, I mean, great knives. So moving forward, we're going to go over here. These are the Japanese ones here. This is my oldest Spyderco that I've had, and it's definitely had the most usage. This was the first one I ever got, and it has been used quite a bit. As you can tell from the wear on the pocket clip, which is also 4-point ambidextrous for tip up or tip down. This has a back lock, which is in the middle of the handle. So the Delica 4 was made in Seki City, Japan. It is a VG10 blade. It has a 2.9 inch combination edge blade. This is, it says it's a full flat grind, but I don't think that that is correct, because if you compare it to this grind, it's definitely not the same. So what I'm going to do real fast is, I have these two books sitting in here. This tells me a little bit. This is the new 2025 product catalog for Spyderco. Obviously, I order a bunch of stuff and buy a lot of stuff from Spyderco or other companies that sell Spyderco. So I was fortunate enough to have them send this to me in the mail a week or so ago. But it has education in here, as you can see, different steel terms. But here's their blade grinds. And this one here looks more like, it looks more to me like a saber grind almost on here. You look at the combination edge, or, I mean, it could be a flat saber grind, honestly. Either way, it doesn't look like a full flat grind. So I'm thinking it's maybe a flat saber grind on this model. I know some of the models changed, but this one is an older one. And like I said, it's my oldest Spyderco. It is the most used and worked. Get all these guys back over here out of the way so I can continue with the video. But anyway, so it has a black backlock VG10 steel. It's just over 7 inches overall length total, and again, that the blade length is just short of 3 inches, like 2.9 inch blade. So obviously got a beautiful satin finish on it. One of the only ones, with the exception of the Dragonfly, that have the satin finish blade, or the I guess, I don't know if it's really a satin. This one's more satin. This one's kind of a little bit shinier than the others. But it has the, normal Spidey hole there. The blade style, it is very similar to the Tenacious. So their blade styles are so close in some ways and so different in some ways that sometimes it's hard to determine whether it's an actual modified clip or if it is the leaf. But I do believe that this one is considered the modified clip. If I'm wrong, please comment down below, let me know. But you'll see what I'm talking about in comparison to the Dragonfly. So this one I'm pretty sure is the clip point, just because when you look at the Dragonfly, this is a 2 1/4 inch blade. It is a leaf-shaped blade, as you can tell by the way it comes out. And so that leads me to think this is more of the modified clip in comparison. This one as well has the backlock on the FRN handles. This is the Zome handles, which is kind of a camouflage looking design. It's also VG10, made in Japan in Siki City. Now this one has a full flat grind. As you can tell, it's a plain edge. It's 5.5 inches overall. It's depending on, I know some of the different Dragonflies that have come out, the handle material, things like that might be a little different, or even sometimes you might find one with a little bit different steel. I think they make like a salt version or something like that. The weight on them is anywhere between 1.2 ounces and 2.6 ounces. I did add a black leather lanyard with toasted deer antler bead. I feel like it adds a little personal touch to it. As of recently, this is definitely my most carried Spyderco now. It's probably one of the smaller, but it fits so well in the hand. I picked this one up in a trade with the Knife Doctor about a month or so ago, and I love this knife. it's not the most expensive. It's not the cheapest. It's a good midway, but it definitely is an amazing EDC choice. I honestly would probably pick it over most of these guys here just because of the weight and just the sheer ability to use this for a lot more things, especially if you need to get in to more controlled setting. The blade's a little bit smaller and easier to use. I don't know if I told you guys, but the Delica, it's 2.5 ounces, so still really lightweight knife. And then this little one here, this is the Ladybug. This is also made in Japan. It has a combination edge, and it has the same grind on it as the Delica. So it's got that modified clip point. It has that, I'm assuming, is the flat saber grind, maybe, as well. Has the satin blades, just like these guys. I prefer the coated blades, honestly. I'm not super big into the satin blades. I just like the subdued look on a lot of my knives, and even a lot of my other modern knives from different companies. A lot of times I look for is the coated blades. But this one here, it's a 1.9 inch blade. It's, I think, about just under 4.5 inches overall. I think it's like 4.3 inches overall. Has the back lock on it, FRN scales. It comes in at 0.6 ounces, so it's a little bit bigger than the Bug in size. It's still one of those knives, though, that you could probably throw on a keychain, or just throw it up in a pocket in your vehicle, center console, something like that, as a little knife that you could use if you needed one. Because again, these are razor sharp. I don't remember what this goes for. New, I think it's around, I don't want to quote you wrong, but I know I've seen them upwards of $30. The Dragonfly, it's usually around the $70 to $100 price range, depending on the model you get. A lot of the Delicas I've seen for 120s, 130s. So these are still kind of getting more into the mid-range compared to the Chinese made. The steels are a little bit better than the Chinese made with the VG10. So, with quality, you're going to spend a little bit more. But again, same situation with their quality control, blades right down the center. This one I've spent a ton of time playing with, using, working with, and you can tell the alignment on it is still right down center, still great snap. This one is, I mean, as good as it could be for a small knife like that, but still outstanding as far as the overall quality of each one of them. Now we're going to move into the American ones that I have. All of these were made in Golden, Colorado. And we'll go ahead and start with the big boy here. This lanyard on here was made by Mr. Jim Chambers. Him and I, we talk regularly. We've done some trading and stuff back and forth quite regularly. Talk, almost daily. He does a lot of different things with lanyards. He's been working on, getting more into cleaning up some of his own knives. He's asked some of my different tricks and stuff that I do to clean, so I've shared a lot of that with him, which I have no problem sharing. I really like to see anybody and everybody that can, work on their own knives. I get a lot of enjoyment out of it, and anytime I can share any kind of knowledge with anybody, I'm always open to do so. As a community, we're all here to help each other. I'm not trying to keep secrets from people or try to do something, and lie about it. I want everybody to know how to be able to do their own things if that's something that they're interested in. But This is the Manix 2 lightweight. It is the translucent blue handles. These are FRN, which is the fiberglass reinforced nylon. It has a 3.37 inch CTS BD1N blade. This is a full flat grind with the leaf blade. And the CTS BD1N steel, it is a nitrogen enriched high carbon chromium. And what it's set up for is it's an extremely balanced knife for hardness, edge retention, and corrosion resistance. So just like some of the salt series that are designed for salt water and things like that, where you might get more corrosion, this is a good knife that you could use, you know, if you're out on the water in the boat on the salt water. It's definitely a big enough knife that you could do so. Again, you know, with that, it's just under 3.5 inch blade, but the overall size is just over 8 inches. It's not a heavy knife though. It's 2.9 ounces, so just a little less than 3 ounces for the whole knife. It has their ball bearing lock. It's actually a pretty smooth knife. I'm pretty sure I'm not left-handed, but I haven't used this one as much because it is a little bit on the bigger side of the knives I carry daily. I can't Spidey flick it like a lot of guys do. I haven't practiced, but it still has a very smooth action. Now the difference price-wise is you're starting to get up into a little bit more premium steels. This has a 2-way pocket clip. It doesn't have a 4-way, but they're both made for ambidextrous carry, tip up. These on average, I think I paid around 160, maybe 170 for this one. I know that they range, depending on where you buy them, anywhere between 150 or 60 up into about 200. So you're paying a little bit more. It's American made, a little bit more premium metals compared to the Chinese or the Japanese. So you're less than 100, beginning of 100, upper 100. This one here, again, I think I paid around 160 for it. But honestly, I think it was more of a trade. I think I traded for this one, but the sale price on it, I think they were selling for around 160. But great knife. It's not as big as the Resilience. It's a little bit thicker handle-wise, but definitely a bit shorter. The Resilience is definitely the biggest Spyderco I have, but still a beautiful knife. I love the quality, you know, right down center. A lot of the lightweights on the newer models, they do come with the wire clip in comparison to the all metal clip on some of them. You can opt for, like this one, I believe is, yeah, so you got the wire clip. This is a deep carry pocket clip. And then if you have like some of the older Spyderco, like the Clip It and things like that, they have the integrated clip, which is basically just built into the molded plastic. So moving forward, we'll go ahead to this one right here. This is the Spyderco Para 3 lightweight. It has a compression lock, which I'm sitting here at an awkward angle. But this also has the CTS BD1N steel. It's got a 3-inch blade, just over 7.25 inches overall. Comes in with a full flat grind, just under 2.5 ounces total weight, super lightweight. Also has the wire clip, but this one is black to match the knife. The compression lock works really good. You know, it's probably one of my favorite locks and locking mechanisms by Spyderco. This knife being a little bit smaller, it is easier to operate one-handed and carry, you know, for an EDC knife. I did carry this one for a little while when I first got it. I mean, as you can tell, there's a little bit of stuff around the screws. But again, Great knife. This one comes in closer to around the 200 mark is where this one was whenever I picked it up. But again, outstanding knife, razor sharp, leaf shaped blade, I believe is what that one is classified as. Actually, no, hold on. That's a leaf, that's the modified clip. So, picked it up. I love the Para 3. There's a couple other I'd like to pick up. I'd like to pick me up a Shaman or a Bodacious. I haven't decided on which one yet. A lot of people have told me to get a Shaman, and I've had a few other people tell me to get the Bodacious, both of which are made in the US as well. But again, it is a bigger knife, kind of like, I'm not sure, I think it's bigger than the Manix. Not sure if it's as large as the Resilience, but definitely one that I'm looking into picking up in the near future. So this is the Para 3 with the CTS BD1N steel, well-balanced steel for corrosion resistance, hardness, edge retention, just an all-around outstanding blade steel. Has a nice lanyard hole. I do not have a lanyard on this one, but I have some lanyards in there to put on it. I just have not yet because I haven't been carrying it. And then we'll go to this guy. Another lanyard made by Mr. Jim Chambers. I like the red and black in contrast to the white. This is an Spyderco Native 5. This is an exclusive edition. It's kind of like a Stormtrooper. Don't remember right off the top of my head which company put it out. I don't remember if it was Blade HQ or something like that, but this was an exclusive from one of those guys. This one has the CPM Rex 45 steel. So it has what they consider the modified drop point blade. It is a 3-inch blade with a full flat grind. It's just under 7 inches overall length. It has a 4-point pocket clip positions, so you can carry it tip up, tip down, right-handed or left-handed. See, it is comes in right at 2.4 ounces. So again, it's extremely lightweight. And as you can tell, most all of these are the lightweight models with the exception of this one here. And I don't know if they make a such thing as a lightweight bug because it's already, you know, fractions of an ounce. This is the only one I have that's not considered the lightweight. I just like the lightweight models. I don't see the point of investing another $100 in scales and doing all these extra things for a knife that I'm going to use and potentially beat up. Not saying anything to the guys that do that. I mean, there are a couple that I would like to get eventually just to add to my collection that I probably would change some scales out on and, you know, customize it to my liking. But all of these, like this one, it being an exclusive, there was a limited number of these made already, and I really liked the white and black. But again, it is a lightweight. It has the back lock on it. 2.4 ounces, I think, so it comes in right there around the same weight as the Para 3. Now the CPM Rex 45, excuse me, brain just kind of stopped right there for a minute. It's a high-speed tool steel. It is a top quality tool steel. It is known for its toughness and edge retention and durability. It is a beautiful knife. This is probably one of the most carried knives that I have, you know, whenever I'm going places and I want to carry a nice knife that I don't potentially have to use a lot. I carry this one. Out of my American ones, I definitely carry this Native the most, but out of all of them here lately, I carry the Dragonfly the most. But these are all amazing knives, guys. This one, the coating, this is their, most all of these have the DLC coating on them. This is the diamond-like carbon coating, which also helps with corrosion resistance and overall protection on the blade. Some of these are satin finish. But again, guys, this is my Spyderco collection. I actually have a trade that I just worked out with a gentleman on Facebook. And he is actually sending me another NATO 5. And it has some exclusive scales on it. And it has Maximet steel. But that will go into when I get that one in. Maximet is it's a top quality tool steel. It's actually what steel is used to make and to cut a lot of other steels. So once that one comes in, which I'm hoping it'll be in around Monday, maybe I'll give you an update on it, show you guys it. But I know this turned out to be a longer video, guys. We're coming in just over 30 minutes now. But this is my Spyderco collection. I continue to grow it. Hopefully I'll have quite a few more in the future. I know that these here are more on the pricier side. These are definitely anywhere between 150 to 200. The one that I'm getting in the mail with this tool steel and the exclusives on the handle scales, the one that's coming in, its price range is somewhere in the 250 to 300 price range. This one I picked up from Knife Hub, so I got it a little bit cheaper because it was considered new used. Still came with a box and everything. It had never been cut with or anything like that. But on average, I think this one was closer to the 200 price range. So anywhere between 150 to 200, lower 100s, less than 100. So Spyderco offers so many different knives and so many different price ranges. I mean, I've even seen some brand new online from the Chinese made ones like the Ambitious and stuff for you can get less than 40 bucks. If I can get a $40 Spyderco or a $40 QSP or any other knife, I'm probably going to pick the $40 Spyderco, just because it's a tested name, it's a tested brand, their quality is top notch, and they just make a great knife no matter where it's made, overseas or in the States. I can't complain about the quality. Some people don't like the blade shape or the hole in the blade. That's one of the things that intrigues me about them because they're different. It's not like, you know, Benchmade or some of these other companies where a lot of their knives look similar. That's not something I really ever worry about with Spyderco. Their blades might look similar to some of their other blades, but I don't really see a whole lot of other companies that are imitating or coming close to what Spyderco is doing. So guys, I appreciate you guys for, you know, sticking around this long, watching the video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've learned a little bit of something. And it's Friday, so I hope you guys have a great afternoon. I hope y'all have a blessed weekend. Just remember, stay classy, and God bless.